The state, right? The state could walk right in your house without your authorization to take your child from you. Let's go deeper than that. When you get a state marriage certificate, it's a contract. Who can get involved? Who can get involved in the affairs of your marriage? The state. And they benefit from it. That's why they and they benefit from it. You go right in their court, you break that contract, they get paid too. Even though you took an oath, a vow before God to your significant other, the state could still get involved. And see, they find a way to monopolize off of all of our affairs. That's what the state do. Sisters, if you get government assistance, the state could tell you how to run your household. Yeah, you know, we go give you assistance, but yeah, you can't have no man in the house. You are still considered to be state property. Let me show you how we consider to be state property. Anybody ever paid attention to the 13th Amendment of the United States Constitution? Let's look it up. Absolutely, that's true. But the only way you can free yourself is by way of proclaiming your nationality. That's the only way that you can free yourself. Oh, thank you, asking you, thank you. That's the only way that you can free yourself. Thank you, Queen. That's the only way. You have to proclaim your nationality. You have to stop declaring that you are Negro, black, color, African American. That is not a nationality. Your dog got a nationality. Why you don't? Do y'all know that dogs have nationality? German Shepherd, Siberian Husky, American Bulldog. Now the dog got a nationality and know the land from which it come from and know its, forefathers and foremothers, but the person that's walking it don't. Imagine that the dog know himself, but the person walking it don't. But let's go deeper than that. Do you know that food? Do y'all know that food got nationality? Do y'all know the food y'all eat got a nationality? Peace, Miriam. Do y'all know that? Polish sausage, Italian sausage. But the person that's eating it ain't got, the food should be eating you. Because the food, listen, food got life to it. Food got life to it. Straight up, shalom, sister, shalom. Food, listen, food got life to it. So it's organic. Because check this, I'm gonna break this down for y'all. Check this, y'all. Can't your hot dogs, can it go raw? Can it die? Like, don't it start dying and stuff? We call it, man, this ain't no good. You throw it out. This meat smell bad. It's gone bad, right? Because that skin that's still on your food has life to it. Can't nothing die if it didn't have life. Can't nothing die if it didn't have life. Thank you, Sister Sumerian. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. We got to start thinking on that. Let me show y'all something. Abolishing of slavery. This is a lie. They never abolished slavery. Watch this, section 1. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude except, except as a punishment for crime whereof the parties shall have been duly convicted shall exist within the United States or any place subject to the jurisdiction. Y'all see that? Congress should have power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation. They never abolished slavery, y'all. They never abolished slavery. They literally just told you that neither slavery nor involuntary servitude except as a punishment for a crime. Why y'all think they lock us up? They had the war on drugs, right? Remember that? The war on drugs? They had the war on drugs. They was giving our brothers and sisters football numbers. And look, the war on drugs was a crime against marijuana, weed. Now I don't smoke, but weed ain't that bad of a drug. You know, they ain't do the war against crime against cocaine because they was doing cocaine. They ain't do war against ecstasy pills because they was doing ecstasy pills. But they did a war on drugs against our brothers and sisters who was selling weed, and then they turned around and legalized weed. Look, they gave our brothers and sisters hundreds of years for selling a nickel and a dime bag of weed, and then they turned around and legalized it. But they won't overturn those brothers and sisters' case of freedom. Because even though it was illegal at that time, it's legal now. They should be free. Every brother and sister that was locked up for a marijuana case should be free. True indeed, because now they got their hand in it. That's true. I'm showing y'all how this system is set up and it's designed to put us back in slavery. Do y'all know that the 14th Amendment? Let me show y'all something. Now, we finna dig off into this. If y'all haven't shared the live, please share the live. We got 184 people in here. If y'all haven't shared the live, please share the live. Also, don't be mean. Drop a bean. Y'all know I'm a paid host. If y'all can't afford that, just at least share the live and tap that screen. Tap that screen. Tap, tap, tap till your fingers hurt because that adds to the algorithm and brings more people into the live. So let's go to the 14th Amendment. Let me show y'all something. 14th Amendment. This is how old code it is. Oh yeah, Joe Biden been a racist. Joe Biden been hated niggas. It's just that Negroes didn't want Trump back in office. So it's an old saying that you vote for the lesser evil. It's still evil though. You vote for the lesser evil, but it's still evil. Whether it's the lesser evil or the greater evil. Right, we got to talk about that, Sumerian, because that's a part of this lesson too. That's a great question, Sumerian. Straight up, and we go answer that too. So check out this, y'all. The 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution states this: all persons born or naturalized in the United States, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. Now stop. Check out this, y'all. Do y'all know what the United States really is? Do anybody know? The United States don't mean all 50 states. People don't know that. It's a business, that's true. It's a corporation. The corporation is Congress. You're right and exact. It's a corporation. The corporation is Congress. That's why if you look at the presidential seal, it says the president of the United States. It don't say of America. It say the United States. Now, with any corporation, there is a president of that corporation. The president, Joe Biden, the present-day president, he's the president of Congress. How many bodies is it? How many governmental bodies is it? You got the executive branch, that's the president, right? And the vice president. You got the legislative branch, that's Congress. Thank you for becoming a fan. You got the legislative branch, that's Congress. And then you got the judicial branch, that's the Supreme Court. The president is the head of that corporation. That's a corporation right there. They are shareholders, stockholders, trustees. Oh, absolutely. They definitely should be tried for treason. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Now check out this, right? Do anybody know why Benjamin Franklin faces on a $100 bill? Thank you, Mila. Do anybody know why Benjamin Franklin face is on a $100 bill if he was never an active president of the United States of America? Do anybody know? Because that's a part of this lesson. Do anybody know? Do anybody know why Benjamin Franklin is on a $100 bill if he was never active president of the United States? This guy right here, hold on. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all something. This is important information. Now, we know this guy was a president, right? Check this. We know this guy was a president, right? Abraham Lincoln, right? He was a president. Hold on. We know this guy was a president. This Andrew Jackson, right? We know he was a president, right? He was a president. Peace, Queen Unit. He was a president, right? Oh, hold on. Let's go over here. Who was this guy? Oh, we know this guy was a president right here, right? We know he was a president, right? This is Hamilton right here. But hold on. Who the hell is this guy? Was he a president? Islam, beloved Islam. Was he a president? Was he an active president? Everybody else I just showed y'all was a president, but this guy wasn't a president. Why is he? Check this. No, that was a conspiracy, Mila. I'm gonna break that down. I got you. I'll break that down with this lesson. I got you. Peace, Zero F's giving peace. Peace and welcome. Y'all will not be kicked. Peace and welcome to the Zero F's giving family. Thank you, Unity. Thank you, Unity. So if he wasn't an active president, why is he on here? Do y'all know? All right, let's break it down. Oh, thank you, Action You. Thank you. So the reason why he's on a $100 bill is because during the original 13 colonies, they were British states. They were British slave states. And each head of those 13 colonies were considered, oh, thank you, Action You. Each one of those heads of those colonies were considered to be presidents. It was 13 presidents in the original 13 colonies here in what became known as North America. It was 13 presidents. But when you read the Declaration of Independence, and I tell people, good guy, we finna go into there. You on point. You on your stuff, man. You on your stuff. We finna go there. That's just, look at the comment section. God guy. He's on his stuff. Straight up, look, check this. But when you read the Declaration of Independence, which is the cornerstone of the United States Constitution, it states that they decided to form a more perfect union. So all of those original 13 British colonies, those slave states, they got together to form what became known as the Union Society. Oh, it wasn't no Morse presidents. That's another conspiracy. That's another conspiracy. Because we never use the term presidents isn't indigenous to Moors. It's not. We use terms like Sultan. Sultan is one of our titles. Caddies, kings, sheiks, sheikesses. The term president comes out of Europe. That's their titles for their different forms of government. I studied this course called Forms of Government, where I had to learn about the different forms of government: democracy, Republican form of government, Parliament. Parliament is another form of government. Government, all that. Sign over the. That's right. So indeed, that's right. So check out this. I'm sorry, I love talking about stuff like this, right? Because I really love talking about politics. So the 10 Moors before what started the country work? No. That's another misconception. Like, it's so much false information about Moors out here. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I'm so vocal. That's why I'm so vocal about people need to learn from us and not the internet when it comes to Moors, right? When it comes to Moors. Because we are the gatekeepers and the preservers of our history. We have our own indigenous manuscript. You know what I'm saying? And it's not published. And it's for a reason it's not published. So check out this, right? Those 13 original British slave colony states decided to form a more perfect union. When they decided to form a more perfect union, each one of those 13 presidents were reduced to being a governor of their state. A governor. Now, look at this. The governor of each state is considered to be the chief executive officer of his or her state. They don't need the president of the United States authorization to make law or enforce a law. They don't. And if the goddamn president make a law, they don't have to adopt it in a state. They don't. A governor could be like, yo, man, I'm not accepting that into my state. Because when you look at the 10th Amendment, listen, check this. When you look at the 10th Amendment of the United States Constitution, right? Each state still reserves its own semi-sovereignty. They still reserve their own semi-sovereignty. So a state don't have to accept what the president throw at them. It ain't nothing but a suggestion, to be honest. Hey man, I suggest that I would make a humble suggestion that you can enforce, that you could adopt this law. Right, clip sovereignty, that's true. I would make a suggestion that, you adopt this law, but that ain't, they could be like, man, I don't want that because it come in conflict with my state interests, with the best interests of my state. That's just like marijuana ain't legal in every state. The feds legalized that. But it's not legal in every state because the governors don't accept that. They don't accept that. So check out this. Not all of them. But let's go deeper, right? So they reduced to being a president to being a governor. And then when you go deeper into that, you look at nations, right? America is a continent. Each state is its own nation. Think of this, y'all. They got their own flag. Each state got its own state flag, state seal, state constitution. They got their own state constitution and their own land. Each state got its own Supreme Court as well. So each state is its own functioning political body of politics. Salute to you too, King. Salute to you too, man. We breaking down the citizenship demonstration. Peace, King. For real. Y'all shared a lot. We got 200 people in the building, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is good information right here. Y'all do not want to miss out on this joint. Straight up. So, when we look at the 3/5 demonstration, my beloved sister Samarian asked a great question. When we look at the 3/5 situation, right? That's in Article 1, Section 3 through 4 in the United States Constitution. It's in the preamble section, right? The 5/5 is mind, body, soul, nationality, and creed. April 1st, 1774, George Washington sat in the middle of the very first American Continental Congress. Sat in the middle. And he said, what should we do with the Moors here? They said, go ahead and remove them. So George Washington ran outside with an axe in his hand and chopped down the Moorish flag. This is why you hear that story of George Washington chopping down his father's cherry tree. But if you do your research, right? When you do your research, cherry trees aren't even native to the American land. It's not native. Cherry trees are not native to America. Now,